The Legend of Donkey Kong. Long before the bright colors of arcade cabinets lit up shopping malls and pizza parlors, there was an island hidden deep in a mist-covered sea. This island was not on any map. It was ruled not by humans, but by a powerful clan of gorillas known as the Kong tribe. At the heart of the island stood a colossal mountain shaped like a clenched fist. Inside it was an ancient temple, and within that temple lived a young but unusually strong gorilla named Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong was not always known as a villain. He was curious, playful, and deeply loyal to his tribe. But he was also different. Where other gorillas were content to swing from trees and guard the jungle, Donkey Kong dreamed of something more. He wanted to understand the strange world beyond the ocean. One fateful night, a cargo ship drifted too close to the island. Donkey Kong watched from the cliffs as humans unloaded crates filled with glowing machines, strange music, and flickering screens. He had never seen anything so magical. Among the crew was a carpenter named Jumpman, the man who would later become known as Mario. Jumpman noticed Donkey Kong staring from the jungle. Curious, he left behind a small music box. When Donkey Kong picked it up, it played a cheerful melody. It was the first human thing Donkey Kong ever owned. But humans are not always kind. A group of explorers returned weeks later, this time with cages, nets, and tranquilizers. They wanted to capture Donkey Kong and show him to the world as a curiosity. Donkey Kong fought back with all his strength, but he was outnumbered. He was dragged away from his island, from his family, from the mountain temple, and shipped to a massive city full of steel and smoke. The humans built a tall construction site and locked Donkey Kong at the top. To them, he was no longer a king of the jungle. He was a prisoner. One human showed him kindness. Her name was Pauline. She worked at the construction site and secretly brought Donkey Kong food, flowers, and music. She spoke to him like he was a person, not a monster. Donkey Kong grew attached to her. In his lonely cage, Pauline became his only friend. When the humans discovered this, they decided to take Pauline away. Donkey Kong panicked. Without thinking, he broke free from his cage, grabbed Pauline, and climbed higher up the scaffolding. He wasn't trying to hurt her. He was trying to keep the only friend he had. That was when Jumpman arrived. The humans told him Donkey Kong had kidnapped Pauline. They called him dangerous. Jumpman didn't know the truth, only that a giant ape had taken a woman to the top of a collapsing building. And so the climb began. Donkey Kong hurled barrels, pipes, and fire to keep Jumpman away, not out of hatred, but fear. Fear of being taken, fear of being alone again, fear of losing Pauline. Eventually, Jumpman reached the top. The structure collapsed. Pauline was rescued. The gorilla hit the ground below, broken and defeated. But he wasn't dead. He was taken away, chained and humiliated, and sold to a circus. The world laughed at the fallen king. Years passed. Donkey Kong was old now, but he had a son, Donkey Kong Jr. When Jr. learned that his father had been imprisoned by Mario, he swore revenge. He climbed vines, dodged traps, and battled Mario himself. At last, Donkey Kong Jr. freed his father. The Kong family escaped into the wild. But Mario would never forget them. The Kongs built a new home, Donkey Kong Island. Here, Donkey Kong became a hero again. He protected banana hordes from pirates, fought crocodile kings, and defended his family. He was no longer a misunderstood monster. He was a legend. Over time, Mario and Donkey Kong met again. This time, not as enemies. They raced go-karts, they played tennis, they even fought side by side against greater threats. They had both grown. The past was forgiven. Donkey Kong's story was never about being a villain. It was about being taken from home, about being misunderstood, about losing everything and finding it again. From a cage to a kingdom, from an enemy to a hero, from a barrel-throwing brute to the king of the jungle. And his legend lives on.